quite a word that is used very loosely. You could be youth until you're 80, if you're defined by age, or you could be youth by faith. I choose to be youth by faith today, so I shall not tell you my age, but I am part of you, as part of the youth of Kenya, focused on transforming our country into what we want to see it. Now, yesterday, I was following the tweets on what was going on at the Youth Summit. And Peter Ngure said that our parents failed us for not reading the Constitution in 1963. I hope that's what he said. I was just following the tweets, okay? And the other thing that probably our parents failed us is that they were not engaged in national development. And it's a sad fact that we have to say these things right now, but probably this is the time to change them. The only way to engage with the development of your country is to know what is going on, isn't it? To be well informed. So at that point, I would like to see how many people have actually at least read anything about Vision 2030. Hands up. Oh, fantastic. That is good. And I think that is changing, because I used to ask this question a lot, and there'll be two hands. And that is very bad, because you are the ones who are changing Kenya. The government is setting policy through Vision 2030, but you need to engage with Vision 2030 to actually make that difference. Larry said that these days Vision 2030 is it's on the lips of everyone, but we don't know whether it's rhetoric or they understand it. So today we are going to demystify it so that it's no longer empty rhetoric, but it's something that you understand and you see your place in it. So I'll ask, I don't know if the presentation is up, I am not seeing it, so as they try and get it up, and then let me know once it's up, because I cannot see it. I'd just like to talk about transformation. At the heart of Vision 2030 is transformation. And I hope that we understand what transformation is. It's a long time since I was in high school, but we were told that the papa, it's called the larva stage of the butterfly, that whole process is transformation, isn't it? So it changes form from just being, I forget the word, you're the ones who just left school recently, to being a butterfly, okay? Transformation is actually moving from one form to another so that you're not the same. And the best illustration of transformation for me is if a child is born today and you tell them that at Globe Cinema, one, there used to be thieves and they used to steal because the jam used to be packed. Secondly, that there was no flyover. Do you think they can picture that? They can't picture that because for them, they were born with the new superhighway. That is transformation. The fact that we forget how Thika would look like, and now we are comfortable with the way it looks like, that is transformation. But today we are going to speak about two forms of transformation, the hardware and the software. The hardware being what we evidently can see with our eyes, which is the roads, the rail network, the Silicon Savannah. I see a ban on that here. But the software being the people of Kenya, being who we are internally. And I think that my colleagues at Brand Kenya are doing a great job at changing our attitudes, because the software deals with our mind, how our minds and hearts are wired. Now that my presentation is up, I'll go straight into it. Now, I'll tell you a small story at the beginning about coffee at midnight. This girl, I want you to imagine, and you can give her name of your choice. I choose to call her Halima. Halima is 18. The year is 2030. Halima is having coffee goals. But the reason we are doing this is so that we can have a high quality of life as Kenyans. I tell people that I do not want my children to know poverty. You are a youth right now. In 2030, you will be probably 40, round about that, if you take the minimum age of youth being 80. Okay? So you'll be about 48. You'll be about Mr. Ben's age. Okay? Therefore, you are the one who's going to be Vision 2030. No one else. And when I got this assignment, and I thanked God for this assignment to work at Vision 2030, I used to look at the social media platform, and all the tweets used to say, hashtag Vision 2030, when they mean it's not going to happen, isn't it? You say, I'll get married, hashtag Vision 2030, or in a very, very long time. But I'd like to tell you that Vision 2030 is only 18 years away, or 17 years away. That is not a long time. In 17 years, if you're 18, you'll be 35. Okay? So it's catching up with us sooner than we thought. So a quick run through about the vision. I say, if you forget everything else I say today, this is the slide that needs to be burned into your head. Because this is what Vision 2030 is all about. And as I said, at the top, okay, I can't get the point out. At the top, where you have the roof, I've highlighted a high quality of life. A high quality of life comes by a country being competitive. Competition. Being able to compete in the concert of nations. And I think the lady who came here said, our name is mentioned in the League of Ghana. Now, Vision 2030 is about our name not being mentioned in the League of Ghana. It's about our name going to the next level, so that we are truly competing on a global landscape. And where you are going, you're not competing with a Kenyan or a South African. You're competing with a Chinese person somewhere whom you don't know. That is what competition is, and that's where the world has gone, and that's why we need Vision 2030. So looking at that as the goal of Vision 2030, we go into the pillars, and I will not go into them in detail because I would like for you to go onto our website and take the Vision 2030 online course to learn for yourself what Vision 2030 is. Very simple course, and go at your own pace. But a quick run through 3 pillars: economic, social, and political. So the economic pillar deals with the sectors that are going to move us into the 10% growth that is desired. Some of these sectors include manufacturing, agriculture, tourism. And yes, we have a plan for them to ensure that they are moving to where we want to be as a nation, and then be able to grow at the pace that will allow us to be a globally competitive country. The social pillar deals with us, the people of Kenya, investing in us. Now, why I quoted Mr. Hure from yesterday's presentations is because you need to know the Constitution of Kenya. I hope that you know that Article 43 in Chapter 4 of the Bill of Rights speaks about we, the people of Kenya, being assured of economic and social progress. Now, it means that you, as a Kenyan, you need to be demanding that from your leaders. It's not about empty rhetoric. As we go into these elections, they should be speaking to that pillar. How are they going to really ensure that our education is up to par? That our education is churning out people who can compete on a global landscape. Now that is issue-based politics. I think one of your sessions yesterday was about how to discuss politics and issues, one of the breakout rooms. Those are the issues. You need to flag them out and ask the presidential candidates hard questions. Article 43 says that my country is assuring me that I will have the best education, the best social amenities. What is your plan, Mr. President, towards that? The political pillar speaks about our governance. Countries that are globally competitive, high levels of governance. As a country, we've made great steps. Getting the Constitution of Kenya 2010 was just the beginning, and now the implementation of that Constitution forms the backdrop on which this pillar will be built. The pillar at the bottom is called enablers and macros. And I'd like to paint a picture in people's minds and say, if you are building a house, you need a strong foundation, don't you? You must have a strong foundation. And that's why we have the enablers and macros at the bottom, because they are the strong foundation towards the growth of this country. People ask, why did the government spend so much of its budget on roads? Because they are the strong foundation we need to move forward. They're the strong foundation to open up markets from where you're coming from. I know that we have a lot of people here, especially from the northern part of Kenya, a part that has not had good infrastructure. But we have a project called LAPSET that is opening up that corridor so that we can do trade with our neighbors along the northern side of Kenya. So all these things are planned, and it's like a jigsaw puzzle. They're all falling in place so that finally, in 2030, this country shall resound with greatness. Now, they're happening concurrently, and therefore you might not see them as a whole right now. But when the plan comes together, that's when you start to understand the benefits of all these projects that we are doing. Finally, at the bottom, we have now inserted what we call the national value system. And as I said, there are two parts to Vision 2030, the hardware and the software. The four issues that have dealt with economic pillar, social, political, and the enablers and macros, those are the hard issues of Vision 2030. But the soft issue is about national value system. No country in the world has progressed that does not have a national value system. You must have strong values that you as a country uphold. And we are glad that the Constitution of Kenya 2010, I think it's Article 10, has the national values of Kenya. And right now we have a sessional paper that has gone through Parliament on the national values of Kenya. Therefore, you are the generation that is going to implement and cement these values within the fabric of Kenya. Now, can I just go through very fast the hard way? I like this picture so much, but it might not mean much to people until you explain. I have worked at the Secretariat for about a year and a half now. And this was my first project to go and see physically with my eyes. Now this is the berth 19 at the second container terminal in Mombasa. This berth, let me just say, this project is among the very first projects in Kenya's history to be completed ahead of time. Let me just clap for Kenya, please. We always talk about projects that are late, but this project is ahead of schedule by up to 6 months. I was so impressed. This project involves digging into the sea, into the Indian Ocean, removing the sand. You see the sand you see there? That used to be water. You dig down, remove sand, and then put it back onto the land so that we can receive bigger ships coming in to dock at our port. If bigger ships come to dock at our port, it means that we are able to get in more goods, the clearing time reduces, and therefore the business, the people who are involved in business are able to benefit because we are saving them on costs of doing business. The machinery that is being used at this port this is the kind of machinery being used at this port. But when we were there, and when we were evaluating this project, the machinery that is supposed to build Egypt passed by. And we knew we are joking. The height of those machines was 3 times the height of this machine. For me, that was my wake-up call. The work has just begun. Okay? If we are going to compete with Egypt, and they are doing better than us 3-4 times, the work has just begun. But this is one of the projects that I absolutely love. If you go to Mombasa, you will see that now they are completing they've started the 20th and 21st bath, and they are ahead of schedule. So very, very proud about this project. Now, this is a typical model. This is how we used to show people 2 years ago when we used to go on a road show and tell people we are from Vision 2013 or we are going to build a road. This road will have another road under it and another one on top of it. They said, please stop joking with us. We are not stupid. Eh? First, you're from Kenya. Nothing like that has happened before. Okay? Don't joke with us. Don't tell us lies. Okay? So no one believed us. No one believed us that this would happen. But we believed in ourselves. And I think one key mandate for upcoming leaders like yourselves is to believe in yourself. Believe in your projects. When people say no, you say yes. So we said yes, and now I am sure we've all been on this route. And it happened the way we said it would happen. Okay? Very proud moments driving on that road, because it says, for the people who didn't believe in us, they can now believe in Kenya. And you want to know that most of the lenders, global lenders, actually did not touch Kenya for a long time. But right now, they are beating the doors of all government offices, trying to get into Vision 2030. But they told us, oh, this thing is too ambitious, we'll never do it. But now they've come back. We are happy to welcome them, but we have our plan and we are moving on. So very happy moments driving on on the highway, and it's a highway, it's not a super highway, it's a highway. A super highway has more lanes, so we hope that we will get to super highway status very soon. Okay? Within the economic pillar, some of the things we want to do, especially within the Kenyan coast and some projects within Isiolo, is to build resort cities. So we hope that we will get to resort cities like this, so that we can actually maximize on what God has given us in terms of a strategic advantage in tourism. In agriculture. Now, when we did the Wakilisha campaign for Vision 2030, I personally went to this farm, and I saw mechanized agriculture. And I said, the day my grandmother and my mother stopped using a hoe, djembe. Djembe. You learned about djembe in agrarian revolution. In Kenya, we are still at agrarian revolution. We need to move here. If agriculture is going to make sense, it must be mechanized. And that's part of the ambition within Vision 2030. Thus, we will have good irrigation programs, we will have fantastic policies that will move that sector. And some of the things that we will do practically on the ground is have good extension services and consolidated farming, which leads to mechanized agriculture. Now, this is a project in Turkana, and it has greened up the place. This was during the start of the inception. I don't have the latest photographs. But irrigation in Turkana is turning around the face of Turkana. And I believe that these are the things that we need to do to ensure that we have food security, to ensure that we are not begging. You can be food poor, and poor has many definitions. So we should not be food poor as a country. Okay? Then, the Kansas City. All of you have heard about it. And I think Ernest also alluded to some of the issues within Kansas City, and I must finish in a few minutes. We want to build technology hubs. We want to build places where the youth can come and actually use their internet to make money. So this is what Kansas is all about. And of course, within the political pillar of greatest win, as I said, is the constitutional Kenya 2010. Very proud moments there. But our call to action for you is to Wakilisha. Make sure that we are not going back as a nation, not to see ever again. Okay? Within education, education. We have programs that are ensuring that our children are well educated. Now, this is a school in Vita called Sparky. They have computerized education where the curriculum is actually within in the students' notebooks, and each student learns at their own pace. Now that's Vision 2030. I want to go to my village and find my village school looking like that. Okay? So that now just shows you that our projects within Vision 2030 are across Kenya, transforming Kenya from each point within Kenya. And I have said that the premise of today's talk about the hardware, the software, but the only thing I'll point out on this slide is that we, as a government, are putting up first-class systems, but we have a third-class mentality as people of Kenya. And we must change. We must change, and this is the team that will help us. And I've spoken to you having the heart and mind for Kenya. You must have a heart and mind that speaks and or resonates with loving Kenya. Okay? I like this picture because my colleagues, when I was working at Brand Kenya, the CEO at Brand Kenya used to say, the thing about Kenya is that you could be driving an X6 BMW, but throwing papers out of the window. It means your money has done nothing in terms of changing your values. You'd rather than not have that money, because this is what the software of Kenya is about. You don't care. Just throw papers out of the window. Now, we are going to the elections. People will be queuing, okay? People will cut in the queues. You will tell your sister to look for you, then you will sleep until 9, then you will go and cut on the queue. Is that? Yeah? That is the wrong software, okay? This is Speaker Island. The City Council is pulling down posters and cleaning graffiti. Because anyway, we can do what we want with the road, put banners, put graffiti. It doesn't matter, does it? That speaks to the software of Kenya. Okay, what happened to excuse me? No one uses that polite language anymore. What happens to thank you? You know? What happened to that? Those are the soft issues that we don't have as Kenyans. And I pray that this generation will turn that around, even as we implement the national values of Kenya. And this is what we should have in terms of values. You know, integrity, respect for each other, honesty. Then we wouldn't fight with some of the ills that we have, such as corruption. Okay? You are living in an exponential time as a teenager or as youth. And shifts are happening because we are living in exponential times. We do hope that you will be ready. Your benchmark, as I told you, is not South Africa. As a country, we are at a tipping point, and we are either going to make it right now, or we don't. I like what is it Giuliani, or no, it's not Giuliani, it's, who sang Asante Baba? I forget his name. One of the musicians. He's called? Jimmy Gates. He's having a rally called Make It or Make It. There's no option. We are either making it or making it. Okay? So, like dominoes, we have to be able to rewrite the book of Kenya together, and we are hoping that out of this we will become Vision 2030 champions so that we can make Kenya a better place. How do we do this? Take an interest, understand Vision 2030, own it, think big, take a long-time view. Okay? Things don't just happen in a minute. It don't happen like today. Yeah? So you have to have the ability to have delayed gratification and engage with us. If you think we are doing the wrong thing at the Secretariat, tell us. Okay? So let's make it happen. And our call to you is that you will wakilisha